you have a lot of potential. So I'm saying to all the women out there who is looking to start your business, you can start believing yourself.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
The transition from corporate to entrepreneurship, because we have a lot of people honestly suffering in corporate, suffering in a way that you go to this job because corporate they make sure they pay you very good money, they make you comfortable, and but in the end it's like a golden prison. Yeah, you only can have 4 weeks of holiday. You only can do certain things. You have to cope with your boss either you like it or not. And a lot of people, a lot of talented people in corporate, they will find out one day that the boss is gonna arrive and say, you know what, we don't need you anymore. And now you're gonna have a certain age, no skills whatsoever, only the skill does this job, because corporate you need to be very, very good at only one thing. When in business completely different. You need to know a lot about a lot of things and start to be good at a lot of things. So where do you find your strength to quit the corporate job and go for to develop your own business? So why you decide to be comfortable in a job that you go 9 to 5, they pay you very good money. After 5 o'clock, you need to worry about anything, and you're very comfortable. And rather than take this, live the life, be comfortable, go to the park. Now you're taking all this money, opening a side business on the side, financing all this business until you make it work, and you're buying your way out of corporate, and now you are the captain of your own boat, of your own ship. Now you drive the destiny. Um, so where do you find the strength? What message do you have for women in corporate that they are in this golden cage and they are thinking, "Wow, I wish that I found the strength to do that. This is what I want to do. I want to create my own job. I want to create my own life terms. I want to travel more. I want to be happy. I want to speak on the stage. I want to travel the world. I want to write the book. I want to spend more time with my children." So, what message do you have for these women in corporate that they feeling the same thing that you're feeling, but they don't find the strength and the courage to start their own business? Why do you think is the problem? And where did you find the strength to do yourself?
Okay, so what I see that is the problem is this insecurity. A lot of people are afraid that, oh, what's going to happen when I leave this job? Or how am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to pay my mortgage? How am I going to, continue life, fend for my family and all of those things? But I tell you, just as you said, Harry, it's a golden cage. Yes. And for me, living the corporate, I worked in the corporate many years before living. And it's the fact that I realized for me at the time that I was not worth more than the money that I was making for my organization. And it's just for that they're keeping me. So
Wow.
I had collapsed in the office on that morning, and then I'd been taken to the hospital in London.
Wow, what happened to you? What happened? Why you collapsed?
I just collapsed. I just was feeling dizzy, and then I just went.
Wow.
And it was from burnout, and I was taken to the
From
hospital.
burnout.
From burnout, because
So
at
why
the time,
did you have to perform? There were pressure because
yes,
of
so
KPIs and performance.
yes, and the pressure was I had a new senior manager that I had to do the induction, introduce him to her clients, teach him the ropes. So, and he was just not getting it. And I was like doing two people's work, doing my work, doing
You
his
need to
work,
do yours plus train that person,
plus
right?
train that person. And the position was there. They didn't give me that position. They brought somebody else from outside, and I was the one to train somebody who was meant to be senior to me. And to make matters
And you're
worse,
supposed to be the senior, and the other person
eh,
should talk because it's you who teaching the
ex-
other person, and he's not
exactly,
getting it right.
yeah. And because they said,
It's
because
frustrating. It happen a lot. It's happened a lot.
yeah,
Do you think
I've
that
been
this
in
is
the
because they took the decision maybe because you're a woman and it's better to be in a boy to have senior position?
exactly because they brought a man. I don't know why they did that.
It's a
Anyway,
lot of bias
so
in corporate, yeah? We need
yeah,
to do a lot
so
of work
I
on this.
exactly. So I did that work. So I was really completely burnt out. But what made it really worse was on that evening that I got to hospital in the morning. That evening, the boss was texting me, "When do you think you're going to be back?" And I was like,
I mean, hospital.
"That's for goodness sake! I've
I
not
mean,
even been able to eat.
hospital.
I don't even have the
Clearly, you
appetite."
were very good
You
at your job that the boss
You
need
were
you so
asking
badly.
me, wait yet,
Uh,
please, have you spoken to them? When do you think you're going to be like, what
then,
is
then,
going
then
on?
when they find out that you're important, yeah, then when they say the hospital, they are
It's like,
panicking.
what's
They're, oh my
going
God,
on?
when she's
So,
coming back?
so I was just like,
They
so
should
it's
think
just the
about
money,
this and promote you properly. Yeah. So then
it's the
then you
money.
you don't end up in hospital.
Exactly. So, that started me thinking, what? When I go back there, I've got to do some things differently. I've got to, yes, I went back to work. I spoke to them about the burnout. I actually got a, what's it called? A promotion. But after a while, I just saw that, what, they're using me. They're using me too much. I need to begin to use myself and add value to my life. And that was when I resigned. There is so much in the
People
corporate
don't
world.
value, you don't need them.
Exactly.
You
There's
can do
so
it
much.
yourself.
You have a lot of potential. So I'm saying to all the women out there, if you're a corporate, female executive, senior professional who's looking to start your business, you can start believing yourself. Know that you can do it. In fact, get your value before anybody puts value in you, because you will never be valued enough. And where you're being not seen, not heard, not appreciated, know that it's time for you to start packing your things. You don't have to leave immediately, but begin to prepare yourself so that you can live in good time. Because the
Absolutely.
later you leave it, the later the value you give for yourself, goes down. That's the thing. So in good time, when you can use yourself and be of value to yourself and help other people, then do it in that time. Because it wasn't until I realized that, they're just using me, I'm not appreciated as much as I should do. I just said, I can do it for myself. And that was when I started putting myself together and say, you know what?
Wow, it's very inspiring. And this is the
Yeah.
good news. This is the good news for every woman in corporate and men in corporate listening to this
And men in
broadcast.
corporate, yeah.
This is the good news. Good news number one. Yeah, this is what we advise, because from this broadcast we want all entrepreneurs to be wealthy, healthy, and happy. So number one, if you're a company in corporate and you're having burnout and you're suffering, step number one, yeah, find a coach. Find someone like Mulia that came from corporate, that been in your journey, that understand you. Yeah, find a mentor. Yeah, and then have a conversation. Have a conversation to someone that been there. Yeah, someone that understand your problem. Yeah, and you will have a discovery question. And on the side, without quitting your corporate job, on the side
Exactly.
with the right mentor, you can start to do your side business on your own pace. Yeah, exactly like you did. And
Exactly.
eventually you will find out that sooner or
That's it.
later this business is gonna make more money than what you're making in corporate. And you're
Definitely.
enjoying this business
Definitely.
because it's you. And in this moment is when you do the transition. So it's possible for you, it's
Definitely.
available for you. We don't
Definitely.
recommend just like, for example, like you, I think that what you have done some fantastic, because you could be very upset in the hospital and I said, I'm quitting. Well,
Exactly.
it will
No, I
be very
didn't.
bad choice, because how
Exactly.
you gonna start the business, how you gonna
Mm-hmm.
finance, where you gonna
I
find the money,
Yeah,
so
I
you
went
have
back.
to,
I went
you
back.
need to go back,
Just take it
and you need to
easy. Take it
prepare,
easy. Yeah.
you have to plan it effectively and start little by little on the side to create your small business. It maybe might not work. Look, in your case, you were very brave. You did it even without a mentor. Yeah, we recommend to have a mentor, someone like you.
It's good to have a mentor.
Absolutely, because especially a mentor that have been in your shoes, that
Oh,
have been
yeah.
in corporate, Because if you find no, I find a business coach. Yeah, but you need to, if you're in corporate, we recommend that find a business coach, yeah, that have been in corporate, right?
Corporate.
And then that the transition. For example, I will be very bad business coach for you because I've been 17 entrepreneur for 17 years. I know. I've never been employed in corporate. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
you need to find someone that had been there and understand what your needs, what your problem, what your burnout, and can help you to do this transition um, positively, right? So and again, don't, in my opinion, don't leave it straight away.
No,
Just plan effectively so you can do this sustainable. Don't do it out of anger. Plan for
exactly.
it, because again, being an entrepreneur is you're gonna change a lot of things, and you have to be able to know that you can do this, because in corporate we
Exactly.
are all too used to say, oh, this is not my job. In business
Exactly.
doesn't work. Everything is your job.
Everything.
And if you're going to from corporate to this mindset, I'm going to do my own business, but you're gonna keep the same mindset of corporate, it's not gonna work. You have to become a different person. You have to change 360 degrees, and you have to check if you're willing to do it, to trade that for your freedom. Because some people, when go to business, they find out, oh my God, I need to learn about accounts, I need to learn about marketing, I need to bring my product to market.
Yeah.
This is not gonna be quick. Why I'm making so little money? Why the clients are complaining and everything? They might say, okay, you know what? This is too much headache. I prefer my job. But your job that you prefer, be careful, because one day it's not gonna be there. One day you can burn
Exactly.
out. One day, one day the market change in the same way the market change for your business. It will change. So that job that you think that is safe, comfortable, is one of the most unsafe golden cage that is out there,
Exactly.
because can be COVID come, something can happen out there, and then without no preparation, because that's what will happen when the day that they're gonna tell you that they're gonna get rid of you, that day you don't have a plan B. That day you will find out that next day you have nothing, and you have to start over from zero. So plan effectively. So if somebody's in love with our conversation, how people can find you, how this process works, can you share it with us?
Okay, yes, people can find me, on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn, Muted Debowale, via my website, Ignite Your Leadership Prowess, where people can always find me,
I like the name of your website.
Ignite Your Leadership Prowess. And yeah, I was just going to say, prior to, switching corporate female to entrepreneurship, for about 10 years, I did leadership and career coaching. And, some of the people who know me said, we feel that you're betraying us, because I know a lot about, leadership development. I have been supporting those women before I then took some of those women and helped them to become entrepreneurs. I mean, it's not
Wow.
because of betrayal. It's just because I understand in some cases the toxicity in corporate, and and
And
if
you have to
somebody
progress in life. If you're not
exactly
growing, you're
if
dying. If you're in
yeah
corporate and you can make more money and you can have a high position, why not?
exactly, why not?
Yeah,
If somebody
we
wants
don't
to
encourage
improve their
everybody to
lives,
quit. We
I
don't.
will help them.
If you
Exactly.
are already in corporate, and you think that you're of the value, and maybe you can help them. Okay, hey, you know what? I'm gonna guide you, and you're gonna get paid double or triple in a different job or in your same job. Yeah, and eventually, you see, the more you get money, the more you make money. This is important, because business takes finance. Yeah,
It
you
does,
have to
yes.
develop the skill. The more you practice, better you become, and you're gonna make mistakes. And when you're in business, those mistakes cost money, and so we have to wait to finance your way out. Okay, so thank you so much. That has been amazing. And for all of you listening the Unstoppable broadcast, and follow us in our social media, see you in our next episode. How brave entrepreneur life Muriel break that wall and achieve the first million. Bye for now.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.